I've had a girlfriend in 8 years. Heck, I haven't even gone on a date or had sex in 8 years. I've dated a whole bunch of women that were older than me, and I've dated a whole bunch of women that were my own age, but I've never dated younger women, and it seems kind of like an uphill battle with most of them, because it's like you have to have a lot of money for them to consider you more than a bunch of rude assholes their own age, or just at all. So that's a little weird to me. Like, as nice I am to people, like, people will be out there like calling women bitches, and the first thing out of my mouth is, you guys are a bunch of misogynists, and then I'll walk away if I can. So, I mean, I guess I'm just trying to be better because I want more. I'm poor, I don't have a job, I don't expect you to take care of me, really. I just don't really like capitalism. I know a lot of you are in line with Bernie Sanders and sort of understand that. I did go to school for a year last year and got good grades for a while, but, you know, the grades slipped. Man, you leave like one assignment in the library, your whole class could be shot, and that's what happened to me. I accidentally left an assignment in the library, and the whole thing was catching up, and I just couldn't do it anymore, so I dropped the class. And then I'm not really that good at math because I was getting depressed because of that class, and then I couldn't drop that one because I missed the date, because I thought I would be able to elevate it a little more, and I just couldn't, so I just dropped it. But I was indeed on the honor roll for like 3 months. I wanted to go into embryology, but I think I want to go into board game design. So I'm taking a whole bunch of different classes next time I do it. I'm not going to go back to school unless I have a girlfriend, because it's too much stress walking around watching people hook up, and you care about me but never enough to be my girlfriend. You want to talk to me when you have boyfriends, and that's rude. Don't put yourself out there as single when you are not single. Don't come up to me insulting me, giggling your little asses off if you expect me to date you, because I'm certainly not going to stick around if you're insulting me. If you're there and there's no one there and you're just like insulting me and thinking it's funny, it's not. If you're there to talk to me when you have a boyfriend at all, if you ask me how I am, I'll probably just say good, and then you'll walk away. That's not acceptable behavior. You know that Christians are a bunch of hypocrites. So, I mean, if you're like acting like them and not being loving, kind, compassionate, respectful, forgiving, understanding, and all that, I don't really consider you Christians. I consider you believers. And the world is based on evidence seeking. So, every which way you cut it, I'm an atheist. Just because you exist and the way you act is just like them, and I don't like that. It's just a horseplay bullshit that I'm sick of. It's like little kid shit when you're like 18 years old. Somebody asked me if I'm intentionally hysterical, if I'm intentionally funny. And I don't think anybody's intentionally funny. I think people just realize they're funny and go with it. And so that's what I've done. I mean, if people are telling me that I'm funny and they're not insulting me, I'm good with that. So even if it's just one or two people that have said that, I'm good with that, because I know that I'm funny. It's not something that you really try to become. It's just something that you are or not. So, I mean, if you don't get it, that's not my problem. That's your problem. But I also think I'm a decent enough guy. I know that, like, nice guys can get made fun of on the internet, and assholes get made fun on the internet. So, like, everything you are, whether you have a beard or a fedora or none of that, if you're just, like, a regular dude, you're gonna get made fun of. It doesn't matter. I mean, look at all the clones out there with flat-bill baseball caps. I'm not saying that they're dumb or assholes. They're just a bunch of clones, and you women flock to it because you have no taste. You know, the guys with beards and punk rock attire that you flock to. There are all these groups that you just flock to when you're a younger woman, usually, that just say that you have no taste. And that's not my problem, that's your problem. So, I mean, if you don't like me for some reason, just don't talk to me. I don't see the point. I'm not going to listen to you. You're just a naysayer. If you're like, oh, you got to do this to improve yourself. Well, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm not going to do it. I've never done it. I've never taken unsolicited advice seriously. If you ask permission, I'm probably not going to do it either, because you're just butting into a thing that's not yours. Either accept me for who I am and move on like you would with any other guy, or stop. I'm not here to listen to your bullshit. I look fine enough. I know guys look like me and have misogynistic attitudes that you date, so I'm not going to fucking deal with your shit. That's your problem. My intention in life is to get married and have kids, because I've read that my age group might actually be better at converting stronger DNA. I've read a couple of studies on this. So that may be true. I know that older dudes are usually a lot more mature. It doesn't mean we're less fun. It just means that we're more mature than a bunch of younger dudes. So I don't really see the problem with me that you see. If you see problems with me, you're not a fan. You're somebody else's problem. So I'm 40, which means I've been on this planet on my 40th birthday, 14,600 days. I looked that up the other day. Like, how many days? And it's exactly 14,600 days for being 40. So that's kind of cool. I showed you a video yesterday of some Gouda that I got. And some of it was like 5-year aged Gouda, and some of it was regular Gouda. And I was showing you how, like, the 5-year-old aged Gouda is, like, tastier. So there's always that. I'll do that all day if you want me to. If you don't want me to, then we don't need to talk. Why are we even talking? You have a boyfriend probably anyway. Why the fuck am I going to be your platonic friend? That's boring as shit. Go somewhere else. I'm not here to be your platonic friend if you are Gen Z. So if you are 18 to 24, or actually any age, and you have the hookup, I'll give her $100 to go on a date with me to the steam plant. If you got to split it $50 you, $50 her. If it's good enough for a second date for me, she's got to be affectionate, not rude, not unforgiving, not ununderstanding. I'm not saying I'm intolerable on a date. I'm probably one of the easiest guys you're ever going to meet to talk to. But like, if you're shit towards me, I'm not giving you $100. Like, you'll get a free meal out of it, but I'll probably hold my tongue and I'll just say I don't think you were worth it for the second date. But at least you get a free good meal. If we can't leave that mature, then we can't leave that. You know? It's like, well, you know that you have to be mature enough for me, and there's plenty of maturity among 18-year-olds. I've met immature 50-year-olds, and I've met mature 18-year-olds. So, like, don't be an asshole towards me if we're on a date together. So, I mean, if you got the hookup, and I end up liking her after this first date, I'll give you $50 and I'll give her $50. If you don't got the hookup and it's just you and you're in Spokane, Washington, we'll meet at the steam plant if you're between 18 and 24 and a chick. And we've had at least one video chat. People have been trying to troll me recently where I'm up on it. It's like, oh, okay, you're not going to video chat with me. You're going to come up with excuses. That'll last like maybe one or day two, for like benefit of the doubt, and after like a day of this, like, oh, you don't want to have a video chat, but you know that that's my rule, and it should be the rule for anybody. Like, if you have a video chatted with somebody, you can get catfished or ghosted, and I've been ghosted a lot. I've never been catfished, because catfish is when you show up and they're totally different than what they say. Get a video chat, you know? So, I mean, if you want to go on a date with me, you're in Spokane, Washington, you're a chick between 18 and 24 years old, hit me up on Instagram. It's at LUCASWERNER79. Instagram is hot with the college set, so that would be the best place to get a hold of me. If you don't like me, just leave it alone. I'll probably just call you a Trumpanzee and block you. There's no real point to being an asshole towards me. So yeah, like, the steam plant has a lot of good food. It's got like steaks, and it's got pizza and pasta and salad. So if you're that age range, 18 to 24, I'll give you $100 to go on a date with me. If you have the hookup, then I'll give you $50 and her $50. But the date has to go well enough for me to get to the second date. If we can't go on 4 dates together where I'll pay you the $100, however you split it, for 4 dates, then I don't really consider you girlfriend material, and because of that I don't consider you wife or mother material, so it's not going to happen. The 5th date, if there is a 5th date, I promise you we could do that if you wanted, but I'm not going to pay you the $100 on the 5th date. The 4th date, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st are worth the $100, if and only if I feel that you are worth my time.